FBI now wants 66 years before releasing information on Seth Rich. This is crazy. For some of y'all that follow me on my old channel, you know I've been following this whole Seth Rich story for years now. I am one of the ones that believe that he was the WikiLeaks leaker, and that's why they took him out. And it's crazy because for years the FBI been saying they don't have anything on Seth Rich, and now that the great work that's being done by attorney Ty Clevenger. He's been on this for years. Now, because of that, they want 66 years to release any information on it, which is just crazy. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. When you hit that alarm bell, you can change it from personal to all. That way you get all the notifications from when I'm putting out stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description as a link to my Patreon where I talk about things that I don't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out tons of news throughout the day to keep you informed. All right, let's talk about this news, this wild, wild news. In September, U.S. District Judge for the Eastern District of Texas ordered the FBI to, quote, produce the information it possesses related to Seth Rich's laptop. In previous reporting and some things that I reported about before on my old channel, the FBI refusal to release documents on Seth Rich. To this day, we still don't have good information on Seth Rich's murder. He was shot in the back twice in the early morning near his home. He died later in the hospital. The police recorded the event as a robbery, and yet Rich's phone, his wallet, and personal items were with him when the police arrived. That make you think it was a hit job. They would have at least got something. You see, look at that video that came out months ago where that person was killed in New York. A bystander just walked by and went and right to it, pulled out his wallet and walked right off. So the shooter, why wouldn't you at least go for the person's wallet if it wasn't a hit job? Some people suspect that Rich was the source of the emails that went to WikiLeaks before the 2016 election related to Hillary Clinton and her corrupt actions over the many years. And I'm one of those people. And these emails were ignored by the corrupt mainstream media, but were shared by WikiLeaks on social media at the time. The left blamed WikiLeaks as one of the reasons why Hillary Clinton lost to President Trump in 2016. No, and we all know that the real reason she lost is because she was a terrible candidate. She's corrupt. Everyone know it. She's so fake, and everyone knows it. That's why she lost. A short time after Seth Rich's death, the Russia collusion story was created. It is also suspected in certain circles that the Russia collusion story was created to keep eyes off of Seth Rich's murder. I think that's one of the reasons. And the FBI denied possessing any information or files related to Seth Rich's murder, but that was not true, and eventually the information was discovered. The FBI was forced to admit they were holding information on Seth Rich. So why would the FBI hold information on Seth Rich? He was just a regular person that worked for the campaign and stuff. He worked for the Democratic Party. So why would the FBI have his stuff? And then why would they lie about it? And the new question is, why is they holding on to this information for 66 years? Who are they protecting is the question. I think we all know who they're protecting. They're protecting Hillary Clinton. But attorney Ty Clevenger brought the government to court, and last month the FBI was ordered to turn over information on Seth Rich's computer that they possessed and the documents pertaining to CrowdStrike and the purported hack on the DNC in 2016. And now, once again, the FBI is stalling. So what are they hiding? Why won't they turn the information over? Ty Clevenger at LawFlog reported earlier this month that the FBI is stalling on the release of the documents. And yesterday, the government asked for more time to respond to the U.S. District Judge's Amos Mazant's September 29th, 2022 order directing the FBI to produce all records related to Seth Rich's laptop. Somewhat relatedly, the FBI is withholding 3 reports produced by CrowdStrike in August of 2016 regarding the purported hack of the the Democratic National Committee. And we all know they try to pretend like it was hacked from the outside. Someone from the outside hacked the servers, but if you from what I understand from what techies say is that this rate of speed that the information was downloaded, it had to come from a flash drive because the speed of which it was downloaded was super fast. It had to be a flash drive that downloaded this information, not someone from an outside a bunker somewhere hacking into the server. And CrowdStrike knows this and they lied about it. First, the laptop. The FBI want 2 more weeks so it can prepare a motion for reconsideration. As a courtesy, we have not objected to the request. Now, this is according to Ty. According to the government's motion, quote, the FBI is uncertain how to comply with the court's order as written, and the FBI is seeking input from a pending appellate consultation regarding the order to properly address the issue. And again, if this was just some regular run-of-the-mill Democratic worker, why would the FBI want to conceal this information? If I think again he is the leaker. And more evidence is coming out to that fact. And the order itself is pretty straightforward, at least with respect to Seth's personal laptop, because it directs the FBI to, quote, produce the information it possesses related to Seth Rich's laptop and responsive to plaintiff's FOIA requests within 14 days of this order. On the other hand, the order does not discuss Seth's work laptop, which is also in possession of the FBI. Why do they possess his laptops in the first place? I mean, that would be one of the main questions I would ask the FBI. He goes on to say, I'm waiting for the FBI to explain what it thinks need to be clarified. Then I may be filing my own motion for clarification. Meanwhile, the FBI has cited only one narrow basis for holding the records related to Seth's laptop. Now, that's what I want to know. Namely, his privacy. What? I'm not sure why it takes 4 weeks and an appellate court lawyer to figure out why the judge did or didn't get the issue right. In any event, I'm reminded of something that I learned almost 30 years ago when I was a newspaper reporter. People with nothing to hide don't try to hide nothing. And great on Ty for saying this. I totally agree with that. And now this. On Friday, Chris Wray's FBI asked for 66 years before releasing any information on Seth Rich's investigation. So what are they hiding? I mean, 66 years? No one will remember about WikiLeaks in 66 years as Seth Rich. The Epic Times reported that the FBI is asking a U.S. court to reverse its order that it produce information from Seth Rich's laptop computer. If the court does not, the Bureau wants 66 years to produce the information. And this is how they do. You know, the same thing with like Moderna, Pfizer. They wanted to wait obscene amount. I think it was 75 years before they release the information on what they have, and then the FBI want to wait 66 years to release Seth Rich's information. This is how they hide stuff. They think by the time they release it, people will have been to forgot about it. And Rich was a Democratic National Committee staffer when he was killed on a street in Washington in mid-2016. No person has ever been arrested in connection to the murder. I think they took out the person that murdered Seth Rich. That's normally how they do this. They hire someone to take someone out, and then they take out the person that took them out. That way, there's no trace. I believe that's what happened here. U.S. District Judge Amos Mazant, an Obama appointee, ruled in September that the Bureau must hand over information from the computer to Brian Huddleston, a Texas man who filed a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request for the info. The FBI assertion that the privacy interests Rich's family members hold outweighed the public interest was rejected by Mazant, who noted the Bureau cited no relevant case law supporting the argument. And my question is, why is Seth Rich's family not wanting more information to find out what happened to their family member? That's another suspicious thing to me, because if it was my family member, I would want to know what exactly happened. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out themarkrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.